feel, take it slow. I don't wanna be in the right before the things from your eyes. Just another conflict replacement. I'm stuck in a place I hated. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do when I'm stuck inside you? This cell of ice and fire, what blood red death, lost and desire, smell of life.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Live and direct from the podcast studio in the basement. Rick Paulton, Ryan Inman. It's a lot easier when I don't have to point to the thing. I can actually get it right because you're like actually right there.
A different box. I feel like so much smaller than you, like sat back.
Yeah, because you're like not sitting right there. We got to get better cameras. We're working on getting better cameras, microphones, all that good shit.
There we go.
Now you're even worse out of the shot.
That's fine.
All right, okay.
Everybody knows what I look like.
Hey, Sean, what's up? Sean says, let's go. So anyway, let's set this thing up. So tonight is the big night. We are waiting on our guests to join. Before then, we will just talk a bunch of God knows what. Running about 15 minutes late due to misunderstanding the time. Okay, no problem. Okay, that was Allen. He's going to be on in 15 minutes.
So that's probably the time zone issue, like I was implying.
I put Eastern and everything, but that's okay. Okay. Jesus Christ. So, I'm screwing this all up. I'm flaming out. So anyway, how things been going?
Well,
he's back to life.
Yeah,
you guys seen him on the last podcast when he popped in for a minute.
Yeah,
wasn't doing so good.
Not only was I sick, and I still sound weird for sure.
Oh, you look a million times better.
My phone was sick too, because as soon as I got on, the fucking phone fucked up and kicked me off.
Oh yeah, I seen that. But as bad as you are. All right, what's up, St. John, Michigan? Jason in the house. Karen in the house. All right. I just got a message from Allen. I think he thought we were on Central Times. I believe he lives in Texas still. I don't know about John. He's going to be on in about 15 minutes. So we're going to freestyle until then. Mm-hmm. He's going to come on. We're going to obviously talk Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Got the appropriate attire for tonight. We're going to talk to some Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Allen is working on a new project called Weed Hacker Massacre, which I know very little about. Mm-hmm. But I see I got a trailer loaded up down here. We're going to play for you guys. It's not a good version of the trailer. Did the best I could with what I could find. But we'll talk to Allen about that, find out what that movie's about.
You said Weed Hacker Massacre?
I did say Weed Hacker Massacre.
Interesting.
Speaking
of weed.
It's legal.
Today? As of today, like midnight last night. Recreational marijuana is now legal in the state of Ohio, where we live.
Yeah, but you can't buy it anywhere yet.
That's true. Neither one of us,
because they didn't get the licenses at the distributors.
Yeah, neither one of us smoke pot anyway.
No, we don't.
But we don't give a fuck if we do.
But we want it to be legal. That's for sure.
It should be for sure.
Because it's harmless and it's great for you. Yeah. It's healthy. It's got vitamins and stuff.
It's got electrolytes. Plants crave it. Plants crave that shit.
Right on.
So I'm on the mend. Yeah. I don't have my non-alcoholic beer. I got my ginger ale.
It's an ale.
So
it is an ale.
I'm on the mend.
So you still got an ale, even though it's a ginger ale.
So, do we even talk about that shitty excuse for a football game that's going to be on tonight?
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I made me a little parlay.
Oh.
For $5. For $5.
We need to hear about this.
I got Allen Robinson to score a touchdown.
Wow.
Not going to happen.
I mean, I don't know if anyone's going to score a touchdown in this game.
But if somebody does he got a good chance? Is he starting?
Got a good chance.
Is he starting?
Is he
injured?
I don't know.
Me neither.
He's not injured.
All right. So he was 1,000 plus 1,000, and then I put Pittsburgh to lose.
Okay.
Because
New England money line.
The New England money line, because that was plus like 300 or 400.
Because they got to be the underdog.
But they're going to want to. Bill's going to want to lose to get a higher draft pick. But then again, Bill might be out and he might not care.
He ain't going to be fired.
No, he's not going to be fired. He might be moving on. I think they're going to trade him if they're smart.
I can see that.
They're going to trade him and then Bill will quit.
Depends on
He's done it before.
I don't know what his contract is. So.
Oh, it's a lot of money.
Well, I know years is what I mean.
So what was the third part of the parlay?
Yeah.
The over.
The over? Ooh.
The over.
What's the over, like 20 points?
30.
30?
The lowest over in 30-something years.
Yeah, without terrible monsoon weather, like that Dolphins-Steelers game from like 12 years ago. That game that ended 3-0.
But the over was not 30. It was more than that.
Really?
Yeah, because this is the lowest. This is the lowest since 1990-something.
Yeah. Well, New England lost 6-0 last week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, points are going to be at a premium. I'm just saying, for $5, if it comes out, I get $140. Not too bad. Not too bad.
See, I have to. The spread is what, 5 points? I think
I believe it is 5.
Is it 5?
I believe it is 5. It was 5 one at a time.
It says 5.5. Okay.
There you go.
I mean, I got to pick Pittsburgh in this game to win. I just do because New England has no offense. And Pittsburgh doesn't have much of an offense either, but their defense is fucking awesome. New England's defense is damn good too, though. So it's like something's got to give. Like it wouldn't even surprise me if no touchdowns are scored in this game. Like, what are they going to do? Are both of these teams just going to sell out to try to stop the run because neither team has a quarterback that can like get it down the field vertically, or what? I don't know.
Right, I don't know.
I don't like it.
I don't know. I don't like
anything about it.
I don't want to watch it.
I'm looking.
Speaking of gambling and all this, though, for those of you that don't give a good goddamn about gambling, ESPN, they still have this thing where if you load a couple bucks, make a $2 bet, they'll give you 4 free $50 bets. Now you take 100 of that money and put it against one team and 100 on the other team, and you're automatically guaranteed going to win $90. What's up? My sister's actually watching. How you doing, BJ? First time I ever seen her watching. Right on. I'm sorry. I know this is riveting thing. I'm communicating back and forth with the guests, and we're doing our best to get this going. If you was it good, yeah, I'm good. I'm not bad. Could be better. Could always be better.
Yeah, this is fucking brutal. I don't even know if I'm going to bet this game. It's just.
So if you had to, though, gun to your head, what would you pick?
Pittsburgh money line. I mean, I don't even know if they cover because it's like they win this game 9-6.
Yeah.
I mean, like, here's like correct score bet. These are wild. 0-0 tie. Wow. It's plus 50,000. Which would pay you $5,000 on a $10 bet if this game ends in a 0-0 tie. That is wow. I might just do that for $10.
For $10, what would you win?
$5,000.
Oh well, hell.
See, yeah, $10 wins 5,000.
How about that GTA 6 trailer?
Oh my god!
And it's still over a year away.
So good. Did you see the trailer?
I seen bits and pieces of it.
Bits and pieces of 90 seconds.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like I was scrolling through. I seen part of it. I didn't actually watch the thing. I meant to watch it later. I never got a chance to, because I'm always moving like 8 million miles an hour, doing like 8 different things for 3 different jobs, and
yeah,
it's just crazy. If I could figure out a way to get paid from this job, that's what I really need to do to be able to make money doing this. Because then my life would be a whole lot less stressful. Because this is my favorite of my 3 jobs. It's just the one that pays the absolute least. It actually costs me money.
Yeah. Well, kind of like how my music hobby.
Right.
I would call it a career, but it was more of a hobby.
Speaking of your hobby.
Oh yeah.
Right. Can we talk about that?
Sure.
We talk about
official.
that.
It's official.
Yeah. So Ryan is returning to the stage in New Jersey, and we do have listeners in New Jersey.
We do.
This is closer to New York City, though, yeah? Yes.
15 minutes away.
15 minutes from the city. So we shared it on the page. We'll share it again. New Jersey Death Fest. Is that the name of the show?
New Jersey Death Fest 8.
The original lineup from Dislim, Ryan's band, going to reunite, coming from all over the country, all over the world, because it doesn't Chad live overseas?
Canada.
He's in Canada right now. Yeah. That guy's doing a lot of stuff. I know that.
He's in Canada. Mike is in Jersey, 10 minutes away.
Yeah, he's got the shortest commute.
Home field advantage for Mike for once, which is nice. And then the other three of us are all local here, Cleveland guys. So
right on.
So yeah, it's going to be fun, man. It just the time was right, you know. And this December, actually, right after Christmas, it was between Christmas and New Year's of 2003. So 20 years going on was the last time the five of us all played together.
Right on.
So it'll be over 20 years since
Yeah,
that line
damn.
played together.
Time flies, man.
And 17 years since Discipline played at all. So it's going to be fun. March 16th
Right on.
in Clifton, New Jersey.
Yeah. The date's probably important, right?
15th.
You want to go.
It's 15th and 16th. It's a fest, but we're playing night 2
You're playing night 2, yeah.
with Dripping, who's also United.
I'm backstage waiting, except for we don't see you there,
I
brother.
don't see anybody in here.
Huh. What the hell? I'm going to send him a different code because it's something seems like it's not working. All right, guys. I am going to leave here for a half a second, but you probably could still hear us.
Probably. Definitely.
I hope so, anyway.
See if that works. Technical difficulties. It all reminds me of when you were.
Well, see, now they both have seen this. I sent a different link. Try that one.
Okay.
So we're getting somewhere. Allen is backstage waiting, but I don't know where he's waiting at because I don't see him on
Neither do I.
our thingy here. So he should be right there.
Mm-hmm.
I just sent him a different link. I'm going to try to send it to John as well, real quick. Where are these guys? Allen and John.
There we go.
Okay, so we have the link sent. And hopefully we can get that in.
We've come a long way since you and our old pal. Somebody.
Somebody's
John.
in. John's in.
John's
John figured it out. Let's see, waiting on
There
Allen.
he is.
We're gonna hold on a second. Boop, boop, boop. I know this is exhilarating.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead. John Dugan,
There he is.
how's it
Yeah.
going, brother?
Hey, how are you?
What's going on, man?
Great. Alan seems like he's having some difficulties getting in. He texted me. He says he's backstage, but I don't see him on the thing. As I sent him a different link, and maybe this will work. Hopefully, this will work. You figured it out.
It's like,
Yeah.
maybe.
Get out of that was my cat. Sorry. He always has to know what the hell's going on.
Oh
yeah, we got one too.
Yeah.
He's over there. Thank God. He'll probably make a run, and he does that from time to time. So
So
how's
what's
it going,
happening,
brother?
guys?
So
Pretty well.
where are you at, John?
In my living room.
I mean, but what part of the country?
Oh, Nashville, Tennessee. Outside of Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay, Tennessee.
Out in the country.
Yeah, I think Alan thought we were on Texas time,
Yeah.
and I think that's why he had some issues. But then now he's, I don't know.
Well,
He
I
says,
just spaced it out. So I saw Alan said something. I thought, oh, fuck. I got something to do.
He says he's backstage waiting, but I don't see him. I don't know
Oh.
what's going on. And then I sent him another link, but he hasn't tried it yet. So we'll see. We'll see if he can get this going.
Well, I got this off of Alan's link.
Yeah, no, I sent one to both of you together, and then one to him itself. But I think
Yeah, I mean, I got it off of Alan's. I got it off of Alan's messages. I didn't check mine. I just got it off of Alan's. So he's doing something
I
wrong.
think they say the same thing.
Yeah, they do.
All right. I don't know. So, well, I guess we
Well,
can start.
you have to enter the studio after you get backstage.
What's that?
you have to first end up backstage, then you have to enter the studio. Maybe he's not noticing that or something.
I'm gonna tell him what you just said. There's a thing that says enter the studio. Try that.
It's just like when you try to interview Bobby Heckman the first time.
Oh yeah, that was madness too. Yeah, we're not really good with all this technology either. So we're all new to all this stuff too. Like we're getting new stuff.
Alan and I are both over 70 years old, you know. So,
so you guys have an excuse. We just suck.
Yeah. I mean, when I was a kid, we had a black and white TV that got 2 channels. Okay.
Trump says Leatherface might have got Alan.
Leatherface might have got Alan. The hammer. Well, we'll give him a second. We'll start with some questions and hopefully he can come in. But anyway, so for those watching at home, this is John Dugan, who was Grandpa Sawyer in the 1974 movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is obviously everybody here knows the movie. It's one of the greatest horror movies of all time. As usual, Jerry is missing. Right? I think we're gonna send Franklin and Sally down to the little swimming hole to see where he's at. In the movie.
I'll go with you. 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 I'll go with you.
This guy, yeah, man. So
he was the first guy I met. He was the first one I met on set. My first day there was. Yeah.
Well, was Paul Pertain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was sitting in his wheelchair, and it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. I went straight from the airport to location for a while before I went to my apartment, and he was sitting in his wheelchair, and he had taken some folding lawn chairs and created like a conversation.
Oh, wait a minute. There's Alan. He's down at the bottom here. Hold on. Oh, so you know what? We're gonna do this. Remove this. I found Alan. Chainsaw Jerry adding to the stage. All right, yes! We got him.
It's a long story. I couldn't do it on my computer. I'm on the phone. I'm wearing shades because I had an accident Sunday night. I think I said the wrong thing to Mike Tyson on the plane.
Oh man. All right, well, you got in. That's all that matters. There's some people in the comments saying that Leatherface got you.
Yeah. Again.
I think I picked up the wrong hitchhiker. That's really what it
And then I had some trailers up here on the thing. So when you came in, when you finally got in, you were way down at the bottom, and I couldn't see anything. I just noticed a little sliver, and I'm like, oh, there he is.
Yeah, I'm here.
So we got Allen Danzinger, Chainsaw Jerry. And
right.
We got John Dugan, Grandpa Sawyer from 1974's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's a 50-year anniversary this year, right?
Right.
74, 2024, it'll be the 50th anniversary. And so how you doing, Jerry?
I'm doing as well as I can be doing. You know, I'm doing fine.
Doing fine. And where are you at tonight? It's Johnson, Tennessee. Where are you at?
I'm in Austin, Texas.
You're in Texas, okay. All right. So you guys aren't from Texas, though, are you?
I'm from
the
Bronx,
right?
I'm from a small Texas town in the Bronx.
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
Right on. And
I'm from Indiana originally.
Okay.
But when I was living in Chicago when I got the call to do Chainsaw.
Okay, cool. And
my situation is that I came down to Austin to go to graduate school, and I got a couple of master's degrees, one in social work and one in social psychology.
Nice.
And in doing that, that's how I got to meet Toby. And I was in his first movie, a movie called Eggshells.
Yeah, I saw that.
You've seen it?
No,
You're one of the 31 people?
I didn't see the movie. I saw that he was in it.
I've been doing my homework, listening to some podcasts that you've done, Jerry, and every time you tell a story about eggshells, you say, I think 31 people seen it. I thought we had one next to us, but he says no.
Where do you even see that?
It's on YouTube.
You can Google it. I think you can Google eggshells.
Oh, really? You know, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, see, John's not one of the 31 either.
I'd like to see that.
Me too.
And speaking of that, while I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant.
Go ahead, man.
There's a scene in that movie, and we shot that in 1969.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at the stairwell, and my wife at the time, my son is like 8 months old, and Kim Hinkle is reading some poetry to me, which seems like gibberish. And so he's reading it. I'm looking down, I'm looking around, and all of a sudden I go, "Are you talking to me?" And I said that line 7 or 8 years before it was said by Robert De Niro in A Taxi Driver. And in Taxi Driver, there's a scene from Chainsaw, which leads me to believe that they not only saw a chainsaw, but they might have seen eggshells. And I think they may have ripped me off. I don't know.
I think they owe you some residuals, man.
Well, I'm looking for an attorney that can do like pro bono or Sonny Bono or Perry.
Sean says Taxi Jerry.
Taxi Jerry.
Yeah, they owe you some residuals because for that film, I was doing my research. You got paid $400 for that thing, huh?
Yeah.
And then I seen that I don't know what everybody made, but I found some numbers. Terry McMillan got paid $700,
and mine was installments.
And yours was installments of $400.
Yeah.
So multiple 400s or 100, 100.
Couple of payments. So what are you going to do?
I see Gunner got 800, but I could see from Terry McMillan though why she got paid more than you.
Yeah.
I got to show you this residual check I just got.
Well, I love these. I work at a check cashing store, and I've seen them from everybody. Like, it's crazy. Like, I've seen residual checks for like as little as like 21 cents.
I got one for 5 cents a couple of weeks ago.
This one's 41 cents.
41? 41? All right. That's you're doing better than some people.
Crazy.
There it is, baby. There it is.
Actually, gross, it was 86.
Usually for more than the 41 cents, but I've cashed them.
It was actually 86 cents gross, and after taxes, it was 41.
That's crazy.
I wonder if John Larroquette got his joint paid to him in installments for doing the voiceover.
Speaking of, I had a question about that. Well,
yeah.
Well, we'll get to that. Let's start with So, what were you into before you you did the movie? Jerry was going to school for psychiatry and things like that.
I was doing a children's play at the Goodman Theater in Chicago. I was between my second and third year in theater school at the Goodman Theater, the Art Institute of Chicago.
Right on, awesome.
And I was doing a children's play for the summer. The Taradiddle Tales. We told folk tales and sang folk songs from around the world. Dressed up in tights, and you put a hat on or a jacket, like a sombrero, and sing a Mexican song or something. And it was 2 shows a day, 6 days a week for $275.
Right on.
Which was actually a lot of money back in those days.
Yeah, it was too bad.
Yeah, you could live on that back then.
Lorena Faze, what's up? She says, apologies, dealing with tech issues at work. It's all good. We just got started a couple minutes ago anyway, because we were having a little bit of trouble getting everybody on and everything. So as he brought up, John Larroquette got paid weed to do his part of the movie. I was wondering, did either one of you guys smoke this weed with him? And if so, how was it? Since today is the day it's legal in Ohio.
I didn't meet Larroquette until I was living in Hollywood in the late 70s. It was like 1977 or 78.
Mm-hmm.
And there used to be an actors hangout on Santa Monica Boulevard called the Rain Check Room. Yeah, and you could actually have your answering service forwarded there. They had 3 house phones. They had 3 house phones on the wall: a red one, a tan one, and a black one. And your answering service would call, and Jimmy Fields, the bartender, would say like, "Hey, Dugan, red phone," You get up off your bar stool. Anyway, it was a fun place, man. Everybody in there were actors, out of work and shit. And
Mhm.
Larry Kent was a regular in there, before he quit drinking and everything. And the thing is, he knew that I was in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and he never told me that he did a voiceover on that.
Really?
Well,
Well,
I
I
read.
think
Go
I
ahead.
think he wasn't proud of it or something. It was before it became a cult favorite.
I read somewhere, well, probably while I was doing my research for this, that in 2000, as of 2008, he hadn't even seen the movie.
Really?
I don't know if he'd seen it since, but somebody was asking him about it
Oh,
then.
it
And he
wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't surprise me at all.
He
I
was
have
too,
movies I've never seen before.
he was too busy catching those night court residual checks.
they were a little bit bigger. They're a little bit bigger.
Fucking A, yeah.
So Rob says that he's St. John, Michigan. Jason, he says he wants you guys to come to Michigan, but that's where I met these guys. You should have been there, Rob.
Yeah.
They were in Michigan. We were at Nate, the guy that owns the horror museum. Can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Nate Thompson.
Is it Thompson? That's what I thought it was too.
Yeah.
I'm friends with him on Facebook. He owns the horror museum. Great guy.
It was a tattoo. It was the tattoo and horror
convention. I got my head tattooed right before I met you.
Right.
Yeah, it was a great time. You should have came down, Rob. Next year when he does it again. What's that?
You got your head tattooed?
Right before I met you guys, like literally. Well, you weren't there yet. Jerry was just setting up. I was finishing up, and then I went over, and then you had just pulled in. But I don't know. My hair is growing over. I don't know if you could see it. Yeah, that's the least painful tattoo I ever had. It was amazing. I was so shocked. I was scared, and the tattoo artist was making fun of me because I asked him for numbing cream. So, but yeah, it was a really good experience for sure. So, you guys are doing the con circuit now, and I heard on last year I was trying to get to meet you guys. You guys were at Cinema Wasteland in Cleveland.
Right. Yeah.
And I heard that was your first convention you ever did, right, Alan?
Yeah, it was in 2004, and as I've said, many times, is I didn't really know what I was going to be meeting. I honestly thought I'd be meeting serial killers or wannabes, and it turned out these were the nicest folks you could ever imagine. They just loved this movie, and it's just amazing that it's just continued on. 50 years in the making, and we start, I guess, our world tour in February, where we'll be in Ontario, California, and I think it's going to be a big deal.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. But you guys last year, you guys had I had to go to Minnesota for work. I'm pretty sure that was the weekend. I was looking forward to because I've never been to any convention until Cinema Wasteland this year. I've always wanted to do them. I didn't know. I live in Cleveland my whole life. I've never heard of this thing.
It's
awesome. I went
That's one of my favorite. It may be my favorite con to do.
A lot of people say that, and it's great. But being a horror fan from Cleveland, you would have thought I would have heard of this thing, and I never did, and him either. And I went this past year. They did a sleepaway camp reunion a couple months ago, and I went for that. And that was my first time at an actual convention. We did a mini convention that my friend Brian Emmenizer, who's in the comments, ran in Blairstown, New York, at the diner for the Friday the 13th thing, and that was really cool. But I had never seen like an actual convention with the vendors and the celebrities. But yeah, you guys had like a bunch of cast members, producers from the movie, and Texas Chainsaw the Massacre is my second favorite horror franchise after Friday the 13th. So I really, really wanted to get to that, and I was really upset that I couldn't. So I was really glad I got to meet you guys in Michigan.
Well, that convention and the one in Dallas, Frightmare, are the two the biggest that I've ever done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to get out to Texas because I seen when you go to Texas events, you actually take the van with you.
I did when we did Frightmare, but that was my first time doing it. And one of the fans said that the color of the van wasn't correct, and so he
come on,
yeah. So we got the right color, and I had it repainted, and now I have an animatronic Leatherface, and I have Franklin in the van in the wheelchair.
Nice. Yeah, I seen I was looking through some YouTube videos, and I seen a video of you. It was Chainsaw Jerry's 80th birthday.
Right.
So
Right.
that's when I see.
Yeah.
I see your giant leather.
He's
face.
old. He's really old. I'm like a teenager compared to
You're
him.
like a teenager.
I-
Well, in
as-
the movie,
But in all fairness, he has all his teeth and he walks better than I do. So.
That just means you had more fun, John.
so in the movie, Jim Sydow he played your son in the film and was actually 20 years older than you. Is that right? You were pretty young when you did.
Yeah, yeah. The thing is, he was only in his 40s, and we referred to him as the old man.
Yeah, that was his character's name, right? Wasn't it? No, that was the cook.
Yeah.
The cook.
he had no name. I don't think there was.
He had a daughter my age who was
Mostly,
babe.
in the credits they didn't, but they got the names later and
In
nicknames.
part 2, they called him
The cook, just the cook, and Nubbins, the hitchhiker. They
Nubbins.
never said his name
He
in the
was just the
movie,
hitchhiker.
but later it
Yeah.
comes out that that's his name.
Right.
I don't know where they came up with that.
Yeah.
I think they made up shit as they went. But I think this film is.
I've had. As an actor, at least I always, have to do a background, make a history up for somebody, and so I had to have a name for Grandpa, and which I've never told anyone. But I've had people offered me money to tell them what Grandpa's first name is. I've never done it. No. It's just something I want to keep to myself,
Right on, yeah.
Maybe
that's
someday.
cool.
Somebody offers me $1,000, maybe. I might change my mind.
It seems like it wouldn't take too much convincing after showing us that 41-cent check.
So in the movie,
Yeah, no shit.
so the dinner scene in the movie, which is legendary for the rotting food on the table and how hot it was, just how miserable it was to shoot, which was the whole your whole time in the movie was pretty much at that dinner table. So I wanted to know what was worse, the smell of the rotting food or the smell of Gunnar Henson.
Gunner. Absolutely Gunner.
No hesitation.
Because he couldn't wash his
No,
shirt.
seriously, man.
Big
He didn't even smell. He didn't even smell human. It was like, it was like Martian BO or something. It was really.
Martian BO, not even human BO.
It was absolutely fucking disgusting. But
it had to be.
he had to wear the same shirt. He had been wearing the same shirt for 2 fucking weeks by the time I got there.
It had to be really hard on you too, being under the prosthetic too. Like,
oh God, I just had to. Honestly, the classic photo of me, the portrait of me sitting outside in my rocking chair under a tree, is my main publicity photo. I was sitting there just zenning out. I've been in makeup at that point for it's been 24 hours since I sat in the makeup chair.
mm-hmm.
And Dr. Barnes, I think, who did my makeup, who created my makeup, saw me sitting there, and he came over with his camera, and he was also a professional photographer, and snapped that photo. But I still recall, I was sitting there, and there was a bit of a breeze. Sun was just coming up, and I was just I had to zen out. I had to find a happy place and go to it. Otherwise, I would have just started ripping my makeup off. It was that horrible. It was awful.
It was hotter than hell.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of that makeup, I had some questions about that. So, the makeup process, how long did that take to get you to look? You were supposed to be like 115 or something, right?
113.
113. Okay,
guys.
That's the number that was in my head. Was 113.
When you're that old, 2 years makes a big difference. Okay?
Yeah, at that age, it does make a difference, I'm sure.
But first time, it took 7 hours to apply it.
7 hours.
And then I had to work for like 10 or 12 hours. That was an easy day. Second time, it was about 4.5 or 5 hours once I knew what they were doing.
So
and
while you were in the makeup,
I had to work for like 24 fucking hours after that.
Yeah, it had to be brutal, yeah, just for sure. So, while you were in the makeup, did you see today's day and age? Like you'd have a cell phone and you'd probably be calling people and fucking with them. But were you?
Yeah.
Did you go anywhere like in the makeup and like mess with people while you were looking old like that?
Well, the first time they put the makeup on, I wasn't on set. I was at Dr. Barnes' house at his office. He was a cosmetic surgeon, an artist, a photographer, a sculptor, an architect. One of those fucking guys, you know. Yeah, in his 40s, stinking rich. I just wanted to slap the fuck out of him. But, yeah, well, everybody like that. I just want to slap the fuck out of them. You know, nothing personal, Doc. You know, but so we did it in his studio, in his office, and they drove me out to set.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we get stuck. We get stuck at a red light or something in the city, and I turn and look at the person in the car next to us. You know, I just do a real slow head turn. Like that.
Yeah, that'd be
I
awesome.
go, oh. Right as the light's turning green, you know, like, what the fuck was that?
It's like you never seen a 113-year-old man.
Yeah,
Yeah, what's the matter?
the makeup was amazing, and
What the hell's the matter with you?
What's
No
that?
respect for your elders.
I was checking out that the guy's credits, but he didn't do anything else. He just did this. Like he was so good, and I figured he would go on to do other movies, but I didn't see anything else.
He was a hobbyist, and it was a challenge to him, and he didn't need the dough.
He nailed it, man.
He had to. He was a photographer for Penthouse magazine.
Well, that's a good gig if you can get it.
Where do I sign up for
And he was a cosmetic surgeon, so
I don't want that job.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work.
His main business was pretty much breast augmentation. You know,
Well,
he did Maryland. That's how we met him through Marilyn Burns.
oh, right on. That's the thing about
Yeah.
these Texas Chainsaw movies. I swear to God, they got the best looking women in all of them.
Yeah.
They really nail that part, man. Like all these horror franchises, Texas Chainsaw, far and away the best looking women.
God, who was the one that was in 3D? Alexander
Daddario.
Yeah.
And you were
Daddario.
in Texas Chainsaw 3D.
And
Yeah.
my second day, my first day or second day on set there, I was one of the first people in the cast and crew van to go out. Our location was like 45 minutes away from Shreveport, where we were staying. And it was over 100 degrees in the morning. And it was a 13-passenger van that the air conditioning didn't work if you weren't going down the road. You had to have some RPMs going to make the AC work. So we're all sitting there sweating and waiting for her. And we're all bitching about her goddamn. She thinks she's a fucking movie star. She's gonna goddamn. And then she comes out and she sits right next to me. Her hair is still wet. I can smell her shampoo. And she turns and looks at me. She turns and looks at me with those eyes and said, sorry, I'm late. I was like, oh, hey, no problem. Everybody in the van was like, hey, no, take your time, man.
No doubt.
5 minutes before we go, fucking bitch. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's something. Her and
I hope she sees this and knows that it was just
Jessica Biel. Yeah.
Jessica Biel. I like Alexander Daddario the best, but Jessica Biel was pretty.
Oh, she is incredibly mesmerizing. She's so beautiful. I mean,
right. And Terry McMinn and Marilyn Burns weren't too shabby themselves.
Oh, hell no.
Your film. I mean,
not at all.
The shot where they got Pam walking up to the house and she's wearing Jesus Christ. Yeah,
that's a classic.
Oh, the shot from under the red shorts.
Yeah, and then the shot that they almost
classic.
The shot that they
Terry didn't know. Terry didn't realize what that shot was until she saw it in a fucking movie theater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and she was mortified. because her parents were going to see it. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think
I thought it was rather
there's
tasteful. I
nothing-
didn't think there was nothing
I don't-
non-tasteful.
I don't
about
think
it,
there was
right?
anything gratuitous about it at all.
No, I just the positioning of everybody, and I guess they created like something where they
It-
roll through and
Yeah, it framed the house perfectly.
perfect, and it like just kept getting bigger. That was
Yeah.
the whole idea.
That's
But
probably
I heard that Toby Hooper, that they told him that shot wasn't on the storyboard and they
No.
couldn't do it, and he said, "Fuck it, we'll walk."
from a technical standpoint. That's probably the most beautiful shot of the movie.
And a lot of people think that too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very, very famous for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
if Jimmy's still
No,
here.
I think the final shot
Yeah.
of the sun coming up and Gunner doing the dance of frustration with the chainsaw.
Yeah,
Right on.
Pretty much the most beautiful shot in the film, I think.
So
And
Lorena,
I'll give Pam a second. Yeah, I'll give her just for the butt alone.
she said she'd have more of a problem with the meat hook than the short shorts,
yeah.
which I guess was very painful for her. It was she couldn't. It was like a minute at a time for that. It's real hard to shoot. Again, I see Jerry still boxes there, but I haven't heard him say anything. I don't see any video, so hopefully he'll come back in and join us in a.
I hope
Okay. Get down. God damn it. Move. Excuse me.
Yeah, brother.
Heading for the Christmas tree.
Cats, that's what they do. I have a husky. That's why we don't even have a Christmas tree, because she'll
Oh,
take it
fuck. The tail alone would knock it down.
Yeah.
We have a small one we have up on a table, but
And cats
The
just
cats
love to
are
knock
so
things
happy.
off tables.
yeah.
Yeah. So and so in the movie, let's see. I in my opinion, the rest of the family was more scary than Leatherface, I think.
I agree.
Because Leatherface was he was what he was. He was a big, giant, hulking man that will cut you up with a chainsaw. You know what you're getting.
Yeah.
And the rest of the family was just like, they were so chaotic and just insane. And
I know. God damn, that dinner party scene.
yeah.
Jesus Christ. It took us forever to do that. Toby had a really strange fucking method. But, it was his first feature film, so, or whatever. But in that scene particularly, when it came down to doing close-ups, what you usually do is do a couple of master shots. You do a master, run the whole scene from one side, run the whole scene from the other side of the table, one from one end, one from the other one, maybe. And that's a lot. And then you break it up into two shots and close-ups, and you just do a few lines, between a couple of people, or so they have something to edit, so they can edit and all that stuff. Well, he ran every time. He'd run the entire fucking scene. Ed Neal saying three lines, and we'd all have to do the whole scene. When the camera's not even on you or anything, it's a fucking close-up.
Yeah,
Just give him a couple of lines and say, God damn it. Or have him say all his lines. Have him say all his lines in the scene, and then you can edit it. And burns up film. I mean, the thing is, we got our film for our film all short ends and stuff like that. It's a film that these guys have been saving all through grad school and everything, short ends and reels, and then put them together, so we didn't really pay anything for anything except the developing of the film.
Oh, yeah. I mean, very low budget as it was. Every dollar counted.
Oh, yeah. Shit, yeah. But if you were shooting on 35 and had to pay for the film, God, we would have been able to make it. I don't think.
So I got questions for Jerry, but I don't know where he's at. Waiting for him to get back in, but
I can hear you.
you can hear?
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. I didn't know if you were there or not.
No,
No, we
I'm
can
here.
hear
I
you.
just
We
I
can't see you,
can't
but
get
that's
back,
okay.
but I
Hearing you is more
can hear
important.
what you're saying.
Good. No, we can hear you.
What?
So,
Okay.
so Jerry, with the new Texas Chainsaw game, have you gotten to see that yet? And what'd you think about it?
No, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen the video game. I just heard about it. Well, the video game, I think we don't even exist, or I don't even exist. It's like a prequel.
No, well, oh yeah. So you wouldn't be. I was just because my next question was, did you get money for it?
I didn't.
No.
I'm in it, and I didn't get money
You're
for
in
it.
it?
So
You didn't get no
yeah, I
cash?
didn't get. I didn't get paid for it because they consider that a mask that I'm wearing.
And they own the mask. I know some guys like that.
It's obviously it's me.
Mm.
From what I
It's not even
understand.
just
So
a
I
mask.
am.
Actually, your face
Yeah.
just aged, correct?
I'm gonna shoot him off a little business letter and see what I can get out of him.
I mean, you
Hey,
should.
hey,
Because,
hey,
again, this isn't just a creation. The makeup wasn't just a creation. It was your actual face just aged.
Yeah. Made up, yeah.
Yeah, so therefore that is you and that's your likeness.
Yeah, so I'm gonna this week shoot him off a letter.
You know, it's
And,
not
hey,
like
Alan, have you seen the pinball game?
No.
I see that today. The pinball game. Did you see that, Jerry?
No.
It comes out tomorrow, but I've seen it.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
know, they've already posted a trailer thing for it.
Yeah.
But you're in the video.
Well, there
Oh,
you
the
go,
video.
Jerry. You got to get on that.
Yeah, 'cause I didn't even
I
sign
don't know
anything.
if your voice might be in the game.
Huh.
Mm.
If that's the case, they owe you some fucking money.
Yeah,
I don't
they
know.
do. Yeah,
You know,
they do.
we're moving on. We're moving
I'll
on. We
see
got
if I
other-
can. I'll see if I can message it to you.
So let's see, where am I at here? Got these things. Damn it. So I think they're not the only ones that owe you some money too, because I found this. See, there's a picture of Jerry in the movie.
Yeah.
Allen, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking about The Simpsons, and I got this guy. Look at his shoe.
The Disco Stew.
That's right.
And The Simpsons got the most money. Of all these people talking about that owes you money.
Yeah.
I think they got the most money, and I think you really need to. Hey, man, they need to pay you. Tell me,
Well, you know, in James Janice's review of the movie, it's called Kill Count 1974. He refers to me as this 30-year-old disco stew looking dude.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
the resemblance is uncanny. The glasses, the afro,
I know.
I mean, they owe you some money, and you can't
Everybody
tell
owes you
the
some
damn
money.
movie.
Oh, Matt Groening's seen it.
Yeah.
He rips off the tube bar prank calls and never paid those guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's like one of the most iconic horror movies of all time. He's seen the movie,
Of course.
Right on. So when you were shooting the van scenes, and you had you had the hitchhiker in there, and then you had Paul Pertain, what's his name, Franklin, and then you guys in the front seat. Was there a cameraman in there as well? I mean, how crowded was that van?
Very.
It was like a clown car. It was like a clown car. You know what I mean? Everybody was in that.
I'm watching this, and I'm like, God, because like back then, cameras the size of cell phones now, but then it's probably just
big.
a giant rigged up camera and lights and.
Yeah, they had the camera, they had the lights, they had Daniel Pearl, they had Wayne Bell. I mean, they had everybody in the van. Plus, it was like 103.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Sound guy, camera operator,
AC.
Toby, and Tim both.
Yeah. And the windows up.
They had the windows rolled up.
Yeah, I know that in Texas in July and August, and man, it's like average probably of like 110 degrees every day. Right on.
Yeah, it's like it was
Go
like
ahead.
being in Africa. I mean,
Right on. So let's talk about yeah, we're here. your new project. We talked about it before you got on, Jerry. The Weed Hacker Massacre. What's that about? What do you got? What can you tell us about that?
It's about 90 minutes long.
Okay, are you in the film as well, John?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. See, I gotta.
You have to ask Jerry. I haven't even read the script yet, so I mean Alan.
Alan, yeah. Hold on, I think I got a trailer for it. Let me see if I do this right. Let's see if I did this right. I probably didn't. It's probably not going to work.
And Willie has a great
he popped out. I'm not sure.
with a wonderful station wagon and his beautiful girlfriend Candy.
I'm not his girlfriend.
But something else was in the cards.
There you go. The full trailer I couldn't find, but that's the best I could do with that. And I figured Jerry or Alan, I keep saying Jerry, would want to see that or want us to talk about that since he's producing the movie, but then he's gone, so we can't talk about it. He disappeared. Maybe he'll come back. He's having a little technical difficulties. So we'll go back to the question.
Sorry.
During the feeding Grandpa scene, where I heard that they really did cut Marilyn's finger. Is that correct?
Yeah, they did. The gadget wasn't working. It kept getting clogged up. It was a little bulb with a little plastic tube on the opposite side of what was on the camera.
Right on.
So you couldn't see it. It ran down the blade, and then he was supposed to squeeze that tube and draw a line of blood out.
Yeah.
Well, after about 3 times, he just took the fucking tape off the cutter and jammed it in my mouth.
So didn't they put her finger in your mouth? Was it actually bleeding?
Yeah, I didn't notice it because I had stuff in my mouth. I had dental appliances in my mouth to make it look like I had no teeth. So I didn't really notice it. And I found out on stage in front of fucking 300 people at a Q&A about 10 years ago.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Jerry's texting me now. Alan, Jerry, Alan. We
don't want to typecast him too much.
No. Yeah, that's that. I thought that was pretty crazy. There's a lot of crazy stuff about this film for sure. I think that's all the questions I had written down.
It's either he had more technical difficulty or he actually got a Disco Stew check and it blew his mind.
Disco Stew. Dude, isn't that wild? Have you ever seen that? The Disco Stew from The Simpsons and seen how much it looks like?
No.
That's crazy, man.
Put that up again. Put
it up again? Okay. So we got... I mean, it's him. You can't tell me it's not.
That is Alan.
That is Alan. And Matt Groening owes him freaking cash because that character has been on the show multiple times
for 30-something
years, and it's one of the highest grossing shows of all time. They make more money. They print money, and they stole our friend Alan's money, and we're gonna do something about it. God damn it! Let me see. Back to the comments. There's all kinds of comments. Let's see. Go back over here. All kinds of stuff. So where were we? Yeah. So watch out, Matt Groening. Charles Sherrod Jr. from the Dive podcast. He says, "Love the show, guys. Love your guests, and they need to go and get ready for his show. So good job, everyone." The van scene was so unsettling. The whole damn movie was unsettling, and that's why it was so great.
Yeah.
So. Have you gotten into any of the other Texas Chainsaw films after this one? Oh, you were in 2 of them.
Yeah, he was.
You were in 2 of them.
I'm in 3 of them.
I mean, that's what I meant. Two sequels. Sequels. So you're in 3 movies.
Yeah, I play a cop in the third. I play a cop in the 4th one, and I played Grandpa again in the 6th one.
Which was a record in between time playing a character until Nick Castle just
it was until just last year or something, I think.
Yeah, Nick Castle broke it in 2018 with the 2018 Halloween.
The shape.
Well, not 2018. I think
fucking jerk.
Yeah.
What an
it's not-
asshole! I didn't give him permission to
They
do
couldn't
that.
let you have that, huh? They couldn't let
I
you
know him. I could have stopped it.
Sean says she got color the hard way. Talking about.
Yeah, he's a big
I could have kidnapped him or something.
So,
they couldn't.
all right, so
film
Alan says that he won't be able to get back on. He has to be somewhere in 15 minutes. Perhaps we can reschedule and talk more about Weed Hacker Massacre later. Happy New Year's to all the happy holidays, happy New Year's to all the Texas Chainsaw fans out there. So I'm gonna text him back. Awesome, and thanks for coming. And then we will continue. All right. So did you did you watch any of the other sequels or just the ones you were in?
I've never seen. Oh yeah, I've seen 3D.
Yeah,
I
like that one a lot. And Adam Marcus is a friend of mine, and he they really butchered his script in that. They changed a lot of stuff. I think because he wanted it to take place 20 something years after the original movie, because if Alexander Daddario is a baby from 1974,
yeah.
She's only in her 20s, but all of a sudden this movie takes in the 2000s.
Yeah, the timeline's really screwed up.
Yeah.
But he didn't want cell phones in it because he wanted it to take place in the 90s. He definitely didn't say do your thing because that wasn't on him. But speaking of Adam Marcus, you were in a film called The Once and Future Smash, and Adam's in it as well. I know nothing about this movie except for the fact that Adam's in it.
I am not. If I'm in it, it's a Neil is an old friend of mine.
Yeah, you're credited in it. You're credited
So
in
maybe
it.
there was a voice thing I did for him or something. I can't recall, but I know I didn't shoot anything for it.
Oh, right.
So-
On. Yeah, I have no idea what it is. I just Adam's brought it up a couple times, and he's shared stuff from it. And like I said, I know and again, he might be in it the same way you're in it, where he's not actually in it. So, because there's a lot of actors credited, and all the actors that are credited like you're credited as John Dugan, and he's credited as Adam Marcus. Like nobody's credited as like a character. So I have just no idea what the film is. I have to look more into it myself.
Archive footage, maybe.
Well,
But they're not credited as archive footage.
Neil has interviewed me on his show numerous times.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a cool guy. I met him on the road. He's just a really fucking cool guy. Anyway, he may have used a clip of one of my appearances on his show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
something
like
like
I said, it's real weird because everybody is credited as their own name. There's like one guy that's got like an actual character name. Mikey St. Michael's is credited as Mikey Smash. And then there's a guy, William Mouth, which is Bill Whedon. Directed by Sofia Coppola.
Really?
No, not Coppola.
No.
Cacciola.
Okay.
Close enough,
difference,
right?
yeah.
Close enough.
I'm actually a big fan.
But yeah, Victor Miller. He's credited as Victor Miller. Mark Patton. A lot of horror, and everybody's a horror guy. Lloyd Kaufman.
Vic Miller wrote the original Friday the 13th.
Exactly. Yes. Melanie Kinnaman. Like all.
I did a film of his.
Their actual name. So I gotta find this and watch this. Anybody in the comments watch this thing? No. Who knows?
I haven't seen it. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out because it keeps coming up in just every discussion I'm having, and like I see it on Facebook. I have no idea what it's about.
No.
And I figured you would know since you're credited in it. So I figured it. Well, since I got you here.
No, I don't know.
So, do you have any appearances coming up you want to plug or anything? So we got the Ontario thing. Anything after that?
I have 2 films just released.
Okay.
One's called The Macabre,
Okay.
and the other one is Harlow's Haunt.
Both horror movies, I imagine.
Yes, that's all
Nice.
I ever get called to do. I mean, I do a sitcom. Somebody asked me to.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, well, fuck yeah, I'm an actor. I study Shakespeare and the whole deal. For Suits, I study Shakespeare.
And again, the sitcoms where you can end up with them nice residual checks at the end of the run.
Oh yeah, fuck. If you get a series, you're set for life. Really, you get a series that does just a couple of seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good.
And if you watch yourself, you can live for life off of that 2 years worth, probably.
Well, I have a. It's not acting, but I have a friend that was in. Well, he's since passed, but he was in the music business. Oh, we lost him, but he's coming back. There we go.
Maybe.
Wow.
There we go.
he is.
Hey, you dropped out for a second, but as I was saying, I have a friend that he was in the band Faith No More. He was the original singer of the band. They since went on and did much bigger things. Chuck Mosley, yeah. He was a singer when he first started, and he had one hit. And again, I work at the check cashing store. He would come up and cash his residual checks. He lived his whole life off of that one hit. I mean, he wasn't rich, but he was able to pay his rent, buy his food, and everything off this one song.
Incredible.
If he was used in a game or used in a commercial, which sometimes it was, he'd get a bump. It'd be like $4,000 or $5,000, and his normal checks would be a couple hundred. But he lived a good life. I mean, he lived for his whole life on it. So yeah, as you get one hit, you can make all kinds of money.
Yeah.
Unless that one hits the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because then you get 41 cents. It sucks.
That was 3D. That was the newest one. The newest one I did.
This chip was from the newest one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's from 3D, not the newest one, but from newest one I did.
The newest one you were in is what I meant. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's been a few since then.
The newest good one.
The newest good, but I loved it. I really did. And in my opinion, when I was
I liked
watching
it too.
you really felt bad for Leatherface and for the family in general. It's like I mean, yeah, of course they had like the crazies, but Leatherface seemed like the townspeople were more evil than the family.
Yeah.
And that's why when he finally got out and started hacking people up, you were like, right on, man. Like,
yeah, get him.
Yeah. Right on. So we usually go for about an hour, and it's been about an hour. So we're going to start to wrap this up. We're going to definitely check out those films that you were in, The Macabre, and I forget what was the other one?
Hollow's Haunt.
Hollow's Haunt.
Hollow's Haunt. We're going to.
If you haven't seen, have you seen Rock Paper Scissors yet?
No, I haven't seen that.
And Vic Miller wrote it.
Oh,
and,
really? You like Victor?
Yeah, and what's his name? Oh God, Tom Holland directed it.
No shit.
Yeah, I mean,
and I'm a
it's
big fan of
Mike Madsen. Any other names you might know? Tatum O'Neal, and Maureen McCormick from the Brady Bunch.
Yeah,
Maureen McCormick.
Yeah, but frankly, man, it's the best work I've ever done on camera.
Oh, man. We're gonna check that out.
I'd like you to see it and then promote. Do a little promo for it because not a lot of people have seen it. We didn't get a theatrical release because Sean Cunningham, because the lawsuit between him and Victor Miller kind of got us blackballed for distribution.
Yeah,
it really fucked us up.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of
lost here for Sean fucking Cunningham.
Yeah, we're definitely Team Victor Miller on this show when it comes to that.
Yeah, Cunningham's a jerk.
Yeah, I hear from again a lot of people.
You're definitely not the first person in the business that I've heard say that.
So
and that, and that's not libel or slander because he really is.
Yeah. It's a fact. If it's a fact, it's a fact.
It's the truth.
Can't sue you for slander, but it's true.
It's true.
So Rob Dowell,
right.
he cosplays as Jason Voorhees and does a lot of charity work, and he'll take pictures, raise money for different causes, and he does that. So he wanted to know if you ever do cosplay as Grandpa. And as much as I've done it. Makeup, I'm going to say the answer is no.
I have done it 2 times, and I won't do it again.
Okay, there it is. There it is, Rob. He ain't doing it.
And I'll tell you what, one of the reasons why is to get the makeup on and then to do all the photo ops, it takes me away from my table for like fucking 3 hours.
Right.
Where I could have made 3 times as much money as I did doing this, thing.
Exactly.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, no doubt. And especially if
I wouldn't do that.
asshole to get into
unless they, if they coughed up the right amount of do-re-mi, fuck.
Well, right on. Like I said, we usually go about an hour. We're a little bit over that. So we're going to get you out of here. And I want to thank you so
Okay.
much.
Yeah,
and I want to
man,
thank
for
Allen
sure.
Danzinger for coming through and checking us out. And we are going to check out all three of those movies, but we're most interested, I think, in this rock, paper, scissors. We're gonna review that for the podcast, and I'll tag you on Facebook when we do, and you can check
we'll
it out.
definitely get to
Oh, thank
And
you.
maybe
Thank you
if
so
you ain't doing
much.
nothing, you can come on with us and talk to us again, about it or something. But we're gonna
I
get you out.
appreciate that. Thank you so much.
No, we
thank you
appreciate
for
you,
coming
man.
on,
Thank you
John.
so much,
This was
man.
awesome.
It really means a lot to me.
It was
We've got
an
a lot of
honor.
guests in the past,
Yep.
but you guys are like the first ones that were like in a big. I mean, obviously the most famous horror movie, period. But the big giant movie that actually took the time and came on with us, and we really appreciate that.
John, it was our honor to have you. Sir.
Most definitely.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
So I
And,
look forward to seeing you at cons, and we'll check out these.
Oh, yeah, I'll see you down the road. I'll I'll
Definitely.
be talking to you sooner
Awesome,
or later.
man. Awesome. Well, take it easy, John, and we're gonna get you out of here, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up. All right, brother?
Okay, good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Thanks.
John. Thanks, buddy.
All right. A lot of what do you call struggles there
A little bit.
to get this going. But I think once we got going, I think it was all right.
It was.
I think it was pretty good, and fucking awesome, man. Like, just little kid from Cleveland got Texas Chainsaw Massacre people on the fucking podcast.
You did.
Not too bad, huh? Not too shabby.
I just showed up.
How
This was great.
old is this podcast? We've been doing this on here, the live one,
Not even 6 months.
3-4 months, but maybe I think
Not
6
even
months
6.
total, maybe for the audio one and this.
Something like that.
Yeah. I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Little Barry Horowitz right there, pat on the back. No, but we couldn't do it without any of you guys. Go ahead.
I know what happened to Alan.
You know what happened to Alan?
His phone went black and then it went dead. I think Matt Groening's lawyers called him.
Dude, it's him, dude. There's no doubt about it. But again, we couldn't do this. All the people that are watching. Judy, what's up, Judy? How you doing?
Yeah, Sean Cunningham definitely did ruin the fucking game.
Yeah, Sean Cunningham ruined a lot of things. Oh, man, this fucker. So we couldn't do it without all you people listening, watching, sharing the stuff. So, before we get out of here,
yeah,
got this guy. I've seen some activity on the page. I love it. We've got about, I think, 20 people to enter this. So that's enough people. I said if we get 10, 15, 20 people, we'll give it away.
Mm-hmm.
So we got that, whatever it is. Still share it. Still get people to enter. The way you enter to win this, signed CJ Graham hockey mask that doesn't look like it did in the movie because some asshole made it gold, and that's why I don't want it, and that's why I'm giving it to you.
But it still is certified.
It still is
CJ
certified.
Graham. Yep.
It's signed CJ Graham. If you know his signature, it's definitely it.
Definitely.
18 kills.
Yep.
And we're going to give that away on the 21st.
2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today, when we have Nina Yarrington, formerly of the Dolls of Horror, on to help us. We're going to do 1991, the year in horror, which is a great year for horror. She picked that. And so if you guys want to get into that, later I'll pin the post to the top of the page so it's easier to find.
Right.
But go on there, tag one of your friends, and then you're entered. And if your friend likes the page, they will then be entered.
Mm-hmm.
So if they comment back to your comment and then like the page, I'll know that they want to be entered and they'll be entered.
Right.
So we got like 20 something so far. We're going to put it in the little screen head with the thing, and we'll do the thing like we did before with the Ken Kersinger picture that nobody fucking wanted. It was impossible to get away. So we're doing better with this.
Didn't we draw Ammonizer's name for that anyway?
And he didn't even want it. He said,
Yeah.
fuck it, give it to somebody else.
Well, here, I'm sure he already has.
And he was on the thing.
Yeah.
But
It was actually live.
this is most people's opinion, the number one Jason there is. A lot, maybe not most, but quite a few people. He's definitely on the Mount Rushmore of Jasons, unlike Ken Kersinger, who is 100% at the bottom.
Yes.
He is the worst.
Agree.
But we're going to be giving that away. And so we're going to wrap this up. Thanks for everybody for coming out and supporting. Share this. Share the YouTube. I'll put the YouTube link up. Get some people to watch it. Tag the Texas Chainsaw Massacre so we get some eyes on this. Check out the Weed Hacker Massacre. If you go to their Facebook page, there's I don't know if it's an Indiegogo or a Kickstarter, but some kind of crowdfunding thing that they're doing for that film. I'm not really sure what it was about. Alan had some problems, so he had to get out of here. And he's going to come on a later date and time, and we'll talk more about that. So, yeah, if you could donate anything, like it's always good to get these things moving with little donations, $5, $10 it all adds up, and it all adds up and helps these things get made, man. I mean, even back then with Texas Chainsaw, they did that with $80,000.
Yeah.
Now adjust that for inflation today.
Like a few hundred.
And our friends that are doing this
like
are doing this for $10,000,
wow,
$30,000,
yeah,
$40,000, and some of them, the fan films that we've reviewed, some of them are actually good films. So some of these guys are doing really good stuff with these smaller budgets, but they still need every penny helps because it feeds an actor for the day.
It does.
It'll pay to advertise something. I mean, everything matters.
People forget that. Not only do you have to like pay for equipment and editing and all this stuff, you got to feed all your people, not just the actors, but all the guys working behind the scenes.
Right. And you know these guys who work for a scale too. I mean, they got to get paid.
On a small like budget like that. Craft service is a huge part like of the fucking funding.
Yeah. And every dollar helps, man. So so check out Weed Hacker Massacre, and we're going to check out Rock, Paper, Scissors. We'll let you guys know when we're going to do that. And, so it's that was an awesome experience for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did.
I'm nowhere near as much of a chainsaw guy as him, but even for me, that was just fucking awesome.
I mean, if I got to get actors from one of the movies, it's got 74, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because
the only issue is that though, where the fuck do we go from here?
Yeah, right. Well, we do have a thing coming up on Monday.
Yeah.
That you will not be involved with.
What?
You will not be involved with.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, one, you'll probably be at work, and two, because it's a Monday, not a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And but we are doing our Christmas special. We're recording it. It will not air live because I'm smart enough to know that the people we rip off for our bits, Death Curse Society, has a much bigger audience than us.
Yeah.
And if we try to go live while they're going live, you guys are just going to watch. I'd watch their show. Their show's better than ours. So we're not going to go live against them. But that's the only time that I could get Robert Kurtzman, Adam Marcus, Marcia King, and the star of the fucking film, as far as I'm concerned, Deborah Sullivan, my favorite actress in the movie. The only time we get all of them together at one time, Christmassy thing. I'm going to try to do some Christmassy graphics and work my magic the best I can.
See, there's two things. One, I want to talk to Robert Kurtzman. I would love to.
And that's the thing. That's why I can't have you on the show hating on Marcus's work and pissing him off, because I want to get him back in to talk about what's the Quentin Tarantino movie? All the Jay and Silent Bob movies, all Nightmare on Elm Street movies that he did.
Yeah.
He did some Friday the 13th stuff, which that's a whole other thing. But his part of that you can't deny was great. You might not like Jason Goes to Hell, but you cannot deny Robert Kurtzman's part of that was great.
That was awesome.
What else? From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah,
all of this good stuff. So
there's one main thing.
We have to ease him into the family here. And so we do a good show there. I talk him into coming on later because he's only coming on because Adam's coming on, and Adam, I got Marcy to do it, but Marcy said, well, since Adam's doing it, he can do it. And it was a whole process, man. And going back and forth. And Secret Santa, though, is what we're going to be talking about. And I want all of you that have not seen that movie, between now and the show will probably be released real close to Christmas. So try to watch it before then so you can know what we're talking about and see the film. I think it was a great film. Ryan did not agree with me as much, but that's okay. Some people like vanilla, some people like chocolate. But I want you guys to see it so you guys can be the judges yourself. We're gonna talk all things about it. He made that movie with a very low budget. He made that movie with a lot of students, and he could, we'll get into all of it. It's got some great stories, great cast, and like again, Robert Kurtzman, he's on the Mount Rushmore of what he does.
Definitely.
I mean, you got him, Tom Savini, Nicotero. I mean, Nicotero was his partner, so
There's a couple of things in particular I'd love to ask Kurtzman about. Maybe I'll give you some notes.
Well, you could shoot in the comments if you're on there too. Maybe you can do that.
I don't know. I should probably stay away.
Okay, well, we'll figure that out. But nevertheless, that's what I'm doing on Monday.
You're not recording it live anyway.
What's that? I'm not recording it live. No.
Yeah.
So we're gonna edit it, make it all pretty for this.
So
it's gonna be great.
So I wouldn't be able to.
Oh, you wouldn't be able to be in the comments. You're right.
Right.
You're right. So yeah, you could shoot me some text and I'll, whatever.
That's fine, but then that brings up the bigger thing with Adam Marcus. I definitely have to talk to him.
Eventually, we're gonna get him on, but so
I don't want to talk.
We're gonna
to
have
him
Adam
about,
on.
Yeah,
this is his baby. This movie
Yeah.
means a whole lot to
I
him.
don't want to talk to him about that
okay,
movie.
I know you don't.
I don't.
So we want to celebrate Secret Santa. I love the film. I think you'll love the film if you watch it. Damn it! I had somewhere I was going and now I'm lost. So that's what we're doing on Monday. It's going to be recorded the week after. Craig Mueckler is going to come on the show. Craig Mueckler did Microwave Massacre. You can watch this movie for free on Tubi.
Mhm.
I'm not going to tell you it's a good movie. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm going to watch it.
But it's worth watching because it's another Christmas thing. Maybe it was good that our thing with Craig Mueckler got postponed because in the film, the main actor in the film that eats people and kills people and microwaves them is Frosty the Snowman from the legendary
That's right.
Christmas cartoon.
That's right.
Jackie Vincent.
The voice.
So, we're going to ask him, how the hell did you get Jackie Vincent to do this movie?
I'm gonna watch that on Saturday.
Yeah.
I already have plans to do that.
It's really the first time I watched it, I liked it better than the second time, to be honest with you. But I liked it a lot the first time because I like those cheesy, bad horror movies, and
I like some of them.
it is what it is. And there's some really cool parts in it, and it's funny, and you'll laugh, and then it kind of goes too long, to be honest with you. But Craig seems like a great guy. I always do my research when I'm having these guys on. I'll listen to any podcast they're on, and he's lived a crazy life. Like his Rock Hudson's mother was his babysitter.
Wow.
I mean, who could say something like that? That's crazy.
That is weird.
And he's overcome a lot of things. He's in a lot of different movies, and he's still active today. Demonoids from Hell is another one of his movies that's also on Tubi. Just go to his IMDb page. You'll find a lot of his stuff on Tubi for free. We can talk about it. He's still making stuff, and he's just an all-around great guy. And he's going to be on next week. Week after that, Nina Yarrington going to help us out with this thing, and then hopefully help us out with some things. We're talking maybe we can get her on maybe at least once a month if she has the time, so we can get a female's perspective on what we do here, which seems like kind of a cool thing to do. Big horror fan. She was on the Dolls of Horror podcast, and they did good stuff over there. I don't know what's going on with that. We'll talk to her about that and find out what she's doing.
I don't know, but
and I think that pretty much wraps it up. So, anything else you want to add today?
I'll talk to you off the air about most of it, but there goes the neighborhood.